Okay, so good day to you, my dear students. Once again, I'm Sean Xavier Alcalita. I'll be going to tackle or to discuss about the first topic for logic, which is the terms, or shall we say the simple apprehension. So let's take a closer look. So before we proceed, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube page. Okay, so terms as a sign of idea. So to understand what a term is, that is something must first be said of the idea. No? It is an idea, without which a term is but an empty sound or meaningless word. So, by idea, we mean our understanding of the essence or the whatness of thing. So, a term is the sign of an idea. Okay, such an understanding is attained by a mental faculty or mental act. That is what we call it as simple apprehension. No? So in simple apprehension, we abstract from the non-essential elements of the thing and recognize those essential elements which make it to be precisely that particular thing. So I just give you here an example about the idea of man. The idea of man is not merely to know whether he is tall or short, Filipino, Cebuano or non-Filipino. It is to know that he is a bodily being endowed with rational powers like intellect and will. No? To have an idea of capitalism, for example. Capitalism is to understand that it is an economic system based on the private ownership of the means of production, and not merely to know that it is operative in many countries. Okay, so idea is a mental content. As such, it exists in our mind. Okay, so here's what I've experienced with my previous students before during a class. When I asked my students, when I was about to finish my topic, I asked the class that, okay, so do you have any idea, guys? Can you share us your idea? And then there was a student at the back, or a student behind the seat, told everyone that, sir, I'm sorry, sir, that I have no idea. Then I replied to him in the chest, saying, you know what? You have an idea. Sir, I don't have an idea. Yes, you are. You have an idea. Sir, I don't have an idea. Wala lagi ko idea, sir. Okay, promise. I tell you, I'm not joking. You have an idea. Yes, sir. Yeah, I have an idea. And I told him, yes, you have an idea. Then what's my idea, sir? That you do not have an idea. Okay, so even that you do not have an idea, it is still an idea. Okay. Okay, but ideas do not stay forever locked up in one's mind. So they are often expressed in writing. It should be expressed in writing or in speech or by means of words. So these words which are expressive of ideas are designated as terms. But not all words express an idea. Not all words express an idea. Okay, for example, if I say a country, that is an idea. Oh, but if I say of, you have an idea about of? OF? The. THE, the article the. a, or an. So these are the words that do not express an idea. Okay, so I'll be going to tackle this one as we go along with our topic. Okay, so here. So the connection between a term and a concept or idea it signifies is something settled by means of convention, that is by agreement or usage. So the very plurality of language is a proof, no? The plurality of language is a proof of this conventional nature the sign of the term is, no? So one idea is expressed in several terms. For example, Homo sapiens. If I say Homo sapiens, some others would say hombre, or in German they say der Mensch, or in French they call it ihom, or in Tagalog we say tao, or in Visayan we say tao or tao. It stands for the same idea, no? And that is represented in the English language by the word man. Okay, that is by means of convention. Another thing, if I say Pangulo, Presidente, so we are talking about the president, no? Okay, next. Okay, terms and words. So if a term is expressive of an idea, then not every word is a term. There are some words like articles, like a and the, then propositions and conjunctions like and or are or and or, which by themselves do not represent any idea. So such words are what we call that non-terms, or shall I call it syncategorimatic or co-significant words. Syncategorimatic or co-significant words are what we call it as non-terms. These are the terms that do not express, these are the words, not a term. These are the words that do not express an idea. Okay, so all terms express an idea, but some words do not express an idea. On the other hand, not all words express an idea. Okay. Now, another thing here. If what I say as words that are categorimatic or significant words, these are the words that express an idea. So the best example of categorimatic or significant words are what we call it as terms. Why? It's because which in themselves stand for a definite idea or meaning. Okay. Now, let's proceed further. Okay, so the value of syncategorimatic words cannot be undermined. So it should not be, shall I say, undermined, because the syncategorimatic words are very useful, no? They are used together with the categorimatic words to express an idea that cannot be expressed by using one word, no? The idea expressed by the word, for example, the most intelligent student in this class. is certainly different from what is expressed by the word student. Okay? So, the term now can be defined fully as a word, no? Or a group of words that conventionally signifies an idea or concept. Okay, as a sign of idea, the term primarily and directly represents some idea. But since the idea stands for the essence of something, whether actual or possible, material or spiritual, concrete or abstract, the term indirectly is a sign of a thing. Okay, so unless we know the idea conveyed by a term, we will not be able to point out the thing it stands for. Okay, so let's move now to the next subtopic, which is the properties of the term. So when we consider the characteristics of the thing, there are two properties of the term. When we consider the characteristics of the thing represented by a term, we are referring to the comprehension. On the other hand, so when we consider the individuals or groups of individuals which have the characteristics to which the term can be applied, we are referring to the extension of the term. So let's move further and let's take a closer look about the properties of the term comprehension and extension. Okay, for example, when I speak of polygon as a figure with many sides, I'm referring to the comprehension of the term polygon. But when I speak about rectangle, square, triangle as a polygon, I'm referring to the extension of the term polygon. These are the extension. Rectangle, square, triangle, these are the extensions. No? Okay. Therefore, comprehension is the sum total of the intelligible notes representing the elements or characteristics which make a thing to be what it is. On the other hand, extension refers to the subjects, individuals or groups which possess the characteristics signified by the notes in the comprehension. Now, the best example of understanding comprehension and extension, and I know that you know this game, is the Pinoy Henyo. In Pinoy Henyo, why I say Pinoy Henyo? It's because when you try to guess the word, because all the words that are being to be guessed, words that are being guessed in the Pinoy Henyo are all terms. These are the words that express an idea. All of them are terms. All of them have an idea. But all you need to do to guess the term is to ask first if that term is a person, a place, or a thing, tao, bagay, hayop, lugar. So, what you are trying to guess first is the comprehension. Whether the idea is a man, whether the idea is a place, whether the idea is an animal, whether the idea is a thing. And then If somebody says, okay, tao, hindi, bagay, okay, bagay, then you try to reduce the comprehension and you tend to increase the extension in order to make the idea more specific. You start with a general idea, then you reduce the general idea, you reduce the comprehension, and you tend to increase the extension by making the idea more specific. Bagay, oo, okay. Nakikita sa eskwelahan, hindi. Nasa bahay, oo. Nasa bahay. Nasa kwarto, oo. Nasa kwarto. Kama, oo. Kama. Okay. So it's a bed, no? So therefore, the extension refers to the subjects or individuals or groups which possess the characteristics signified in the notes in the comprehension. Okay? So a bed is the extension, while the comprehension is the thing. Okay. So that's the idea here. So the lesser is the comprehension, the greater is the extension, the more specific the term is. But the greater is the comprehension, the lesser is the extension, the more generic the term is. Okay? So obversely, if I say the lesser is the extension, the greater is the comprehension, the more generic the term is. But the lesser is the comprehension, the greater is the extension, the more specific the idea is. So that's the idea here. Okay?
Magiging proud din po kayo sa amin dahil kami po ang mananalo sa Grand Finals. I love you po.
Nakakapwesto na si Idrib and Yasmin Chan na magkapatid. Yasmin, paalala lang ha, Idrib, kailangan malinaw ang salita.
Malinaw, ha? Okay. Huwag kayo magmadali.
Oo, hindi pwede.
3 minutes yan.
Okay? Yasmin, ikaw ang una. You have 3 minutes. Ready? Go.
Hindi, kayo, Yan, pet, farm, zoo, mammal, katao, crocodile, snake, turtle, lizard, dinosaur, dragon, tao, hindi, bagay, hindi, hayop, hindi, lugar, hindi, kain, kulay, hindi, food, shirt, cake, hindi, cake, candy, hindi, candy, ice candy, cotton candy, ice cream, biscuit, cookies, maburong pastillas, bubblegum, lollipop, tao, hindi, bagay, hindi, hayop, hindi, lugar, kain, asa ko ba? Living, Alubati, cabbage, kangkong, manugay, pechay, tao, name, floor, stress, leprechaun, Liza, Pinizon, tao,
Linaw, ha?
go, hindi, bagay, hayop, hindi, lugar, Philippines, hindi, America, Asia, Afghanistan, Korea, Cambodia, China, Taipei, Taiwan, Hong Kong, tao, hindi, bagay, pet, bagay, in, sala, pato, yard, astral, sabon, toothpaste, patas, detergent, conditioner, lotion, towel, hindi, makeup, comb, body perfume, handkerchief, tao, name, door,
Linaw, ha?
name, low, door, singer, present, Barack Obama o Francis, tao, hindi, bagay, hindi, hayop, hindi, lugar, hindi, bagay, sorry, kulay, hindi,
linaw.
Susok. Hindi. Miyaw. Hindi. Balot, pering, chitero, popcorn. Hindi. Maruya. Hindi. Bananak yung turon. Hindi. Bagay. Hindi. Hayo. Hindi. Lugar. Philippines. Antiyo. Mali ang Caloocan. Ang Space Bukati. Malabong Kataling. May pinampulo. Panabotas. Banyakan. Basa-basa. Patayo. City. City. Tao. Hindi. Bagay. Hindi. Hayo. Pet. Aso. Hindi. Pusa. Hindi. Kuneho. Pwede. Rabbit.
Okay.
Let's go.
May naintindihan ba kayo?
Ang bilis eh.
Parang ako wala akong naintindihan.
Kaya pa.
Ito mga lahing parot siguro itong mga ito. Bibilis eh. Alamin natin ang official time and score from Miss Pia Arcangel. Pia?
Yung first word nila, nag-guess nila in 9.75 seconds. Pero yung score nila, 10 words. Nakuha nila lahat. So, wala silang mintis. Medyo napaisip ako dun sa wallet, pero nag-consult kami. Narinig lang, nasabi nila yung word na water. Bilis eh, grabe po.
Sobrang bilis ka eh.
Parang
Ako
nasa
naintindihan.
radyo.
Thank you, Pia. Okay, parang dapat mag-relax muna tayo ah.
Oo, ayaw na.
Relax ka muna.
Ika, ano? Lumay sa harap naman.
Okay.
Okay, so you already have learned, no, about the previous video and the Pinoy Henyo. So here in the Pinoy Henyo, so as what you have seen here, that you start to ask the question. So it's actually Pinoy Henyo is the game of logic, no? Particularly, it is a game of simple apprehension. Why? It's because that you're trying to guess the word, no? And your only cue is either oo, hindi, or pwede. Oo, dili, pwede. Yes, no, or maybe, no? And you start with the comprehension. Tao, bagay, hayop, lugar, like that. And from there, you tend to decrease the comprehension, and you tend to increase the extension in order to make the word more specific, to make the term more specific. So that is why the relationship between comprehension and extension are inversely proportional, inversely related, like this. Excuse me. In the table, no, shows the inverse relation between the comprehension and extension. So I give you one example here of another school. Okay, the school is the comprehension is the school. The extension, for example, USJR. So increase in comprehension, decrease in extension, no? The greater the comprehension, the least is the extension. Now, from USJR, then department. So we have high school, elementary, and college. And then the comprehension here is college. Okay, there are different colleges, but I just only enumerate only three: the CAS, College of Arts and Sciences, COE, or College of Education, or CICCT, or talking about the information technology as well as computer sciences, no? And then we're going to decrease in comprehension, and you tend to increase the extension. So comprehension is College of Arts and Sciences, and then the extension is Department of Social Science and Philosophy, DMS, Department of Mathematics and Sciences, DCLL, it's a Department of Communications and Languages, like that, and the other one is Psychology Department. And then you tend to list down na the comprehension, no? Department of Social Science and Philosophy. So what are the courses under DSSP? BS Econ, AB Philosophy, AB Pol Sci, BS in International Relations or International Sciences, as well as BS History. So that's the extension, no? So the greater is the comprehension, the least is the extension. But the least is the comprehension, the greater is the extension. Okay. So therefore, if the comprehension is higher and the extension is lesser, then the idea is generic. But if the extension is higher, greater, and the comprehension is lesser, then the idea is more specific. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much, my dear students. That's all for our first topic for Chapter 1 on terms. So once again, I'm Sean Xavier Alcalita. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube page for more videos on philosophy subjects. Thank you very much for watching.